I would now like to introduce our guest speaker for the evening, who is a nurse at the Smorgon Family Nursing Home. She chose to share a very important moment in her life with the wonderful people that she works with every day. Please welcome Natasha Katz.
Good evening. The Oxford Dictionary defines the word community as a group of people living together in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. Well, with all respect to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of community should be Jewish care. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Natasha, Tash, or as my wonderful residents like to call me, Natashenka, and this is my story. In 2008, my parents decided to immigrate from South Africa to Australia. Being told this at 18 years old was devastating. There was no way I was moving away from my friends and the community to which I belonged and which I loved. I feared that I would never find that sense of belonging anywhere else in the world. Much to my dismay, in February 2009, we got on a plane, and 14 hours later, I woke up in my new home, Melbourne. I wasn't sure how this was going to become a home for me, but faith and trust in my parents' decision got me through. After unpacking boxes, learning to drive, and finding my feet, it was time to study. I had no idea what I wanted to do. Wherever I went, I heard and read ads about how go and study nursing, and there is such a high demand for nurses in Australia. So I studied nursing. After graduating from my nursing course, it was time to find a job. Initially, I thought I was going to work with pediatrics and maternity wards. However, aged care seemed to have found me instead. For my first 5 weeks of placement, the college I attended sent me to an aged care facility. This gave me my first taste of working with the elderly. I soon realized how much these people needed and longed for more than just clinical care. I knew that I was the type of person who would not only be able to go the extra mile, but would want to go the extra mile and give them the holistic care and love they needed. In 2013, I came across a nursing position advertised at JewishCare, and 2 days later, I had secured an interview. It was just after that Rosh Hashanah that I walked through the doors of Smorgon Nursing Home, met my fantastic new boss, manager, and mentor, Mary McHugh. I soon realized that I would fit right in with the staff, who all shared the same compassion and love that I did for the residents. My first shift was interesting, to put it mildly. Here was a young 23-year-old in charge of high care residents who didn't know or understand me, and vice versa. But the warmth and welcoming I received from them, coupled with the support that I had from my fantastic team, got me through. As the days and weeks went by, the residents started to get to know me, and even with the language barrier, Russian and Yiddish are not my strong points. We share warm hugs and looks. I even get a daily kiss on the cheek from one of our lady residents as soon as I walk in her room. Since arriving from South Africa and not really feeling as though I belonged anywhere, nor part of a community, I finally belonged somewhere. I had found my sense of community from the residents at Smorgon Family Nursing Home and fellow staff. They brighten up my day, continue to add a sense of humility and respect to the responsibilities that I have towards them. It's so rewarding, especially when I have a reassuring interaction with the resident and their face lights up. I know I have made their day a little brighter. How many people can say that they have 85 grandparents? Each and every resident touches my heart in his or her own unique way, and we often share a giggle together. Sometimes I am even able to offer them comfort and support while recollecting a sad memory from the past, or a confused and disorientated episode. Towards the beginning of 2014, I came to work, and Morris, a very well-known resident to the Jewish Care family, looked at me and said, "You have found your husband, haven't you?" I looked at him, smiled, and walked away, knowing that he was right. I continued my shift, amazed at his insight into me being more than just his nurse. Somehow, he knew my little secret. Slowly but surely, my residents knew all about this wonderful man I had met, Tuvia. We got engaged soon after, and the wedding planning began. As exciting as this was for me, it was even more exciting for my residents. We looked at wedding dresses together, decor ideas, flower arrangements, while some of them even decided that they would be my bridesmaids. It was at this moment when Tuvia and I knew we had to share our simcha and happiness with my extended family, soon to be our family. We didn't give a second thought to where our chuppah would be held. Being that Montefiore and Smorgon Nursing Home are in fact the residents' home, it was important to us to request permission to use their garden. The response couldn't have been more positive. Our special day became everyone's special day. The excitement on the residents' faces is something we will remember and treasure forever. The nachas was tangible. There were tears of joy and happiness from many, especially those who had not attended a chuppah in many decades. Jewish Care is not just a place of employment for me. It's become my home away from home, and the residents and the wonderful staff, my extended family. It is a place that I am proud to say that I work for. It's not only a place that provides exceptional aged care service, but is also a place that anyone in need in our community can go for assistance at any time. Jewish Care for our community every day. Thank you.